Okay, here, this is page 9, we have the dominance principle. So this is the first of a number of principles and rules that we'll look at when we're faced with a decision problem. So we say that an act that is an option, Act A, dominates another Act B if, in a state by state comparison, A yields outcomes that are at least as good as those yielded by B, and in some states they are even better. The dominance principle tells us to rule out dominated acts, that is, dominated options. If there is an act that dominates all others, the principle tells us to choose it. Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, so this is the notes. Okay, when we're using the dominance principle, we want to just consider two options at a time. So right now, we'll look at bet on red and bet on blue. Ignore bet on green. Okay, and what we're going to do is compare the outcome for each state for these two options. So first, we'll look at the outcomes if a red marble is drawn. So if this happens, then if you bet on red, you get $4. And if you bet on blue, you get $5. So betting on blue in this situation is better. If a blue marble is drawn, you get 3 if you bet on red and 8 if you bet on blue. So again, betting on blue is better. And if a green marble is drawn, you get 1 versus 3. So again, betting on blue is better. Okay, so for every state, a red marble is drawn, a blue marble is drawn, or a green marble is drawn, bet on blue has a better outcome. So therefore, bet on blue dominates bet on red. And as you can see, it would never make sense to choose bet on red when you can choose bet on blue. Okay, so bet on red is dominated by bet on blue. So we just want to eliminate it. Now, let's look at bet on blue and bet on green. And again, we'll go state by state. So if a red marble is drawn, you get $5 if you choose bet on blue and $2 if you choose bet on green. So bet on blue is better. If a blue marble is drawn, you get 8 versus 1. So again, bet on blue is better. And if a green marble is drawn, you do the same. Okay, so now for every state, red marble is drawn, blue marble is drawn, or a green marble is drawn, bet on blue does as well or better than bet on green. So again, bet on blue dominates bet on green. And similarly, it would never make sense to choose bet on green when you can choose bet on blue. Okay, so since bet on green is dominated by bet on blue, we want to eliminate it as a viable option as well. Okay, since bet on blue dominates all of the other options, the dominance principle tells us to choose it. Okay, there we go.